Hello, good evening, Maximus. First in. Usually you're first in, dude. How you doing? So at the end of my last stream, I was on this guy who's like a Blade Guard Lieutenant style character. But I really thought it would be cool. Where on earth did I put the bits? Here they are. I really thought it would be cool to give him a more Blood Angel shield. Wolsid, good evening. Hello. And I did find this sprue. We were talking about it on the last stream. The one where the jump pack and the wings are all a single piece. This is a gorgeous miniature. It's going to be a very sad day when he is retired. I actually don't think I have, like, I don't think I've ever made this miniature. I think I used the wings and like the crows, like I used the Croziers on a chaplain on a bike, and I used the wings on a smash captain. So I've never actually made this miniature. Came out 11 years ago now. No game tonight. My wife is ill, man. So she might have to go to bed here in the next hour or something. And if she goes to bed, then I'm on kid duty, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll get a game next week. But I did make my trip to Games Workshop this week, and I've done it. I don't know how I feel about it, man. We'll come back to it once we've got a few more people in the house. I need to figure out this guy. I really want him to... I want to use some of these Sanguinary Guard bits. Possibly the helmet. Possibly an arm. So that I can give him a spear. Does he hold the spear? Like, there's an arm, but that's obviously a sword arm. So where's the arm that holds the spear? Is it the arm that's supposed to got the little bolt gun on it? Because that's not going to work. Or maybe it's just this arm here that's supposed to hold the spear. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's that arm that holds the spear. Right hand. Let's try that. Good evening, Campbell. How you doing? Good evening, Two Scoops. Good evening, Crycheck. Hello, thank you for the Ukraine audio track on some of the videos. That's YouTube, man. I'm not translating it into Ukraine. YouTube are doing a lot of automatic dubbing now, so for once we got to thank YouTube on that one, because that is none of that is me. So I'm glad they're keeping you in the loop. I'm glad they're helping out. So I need a right arm. Is that right arm going to be long enough though? That right arm does not look very long for this character. I mean, you would think because he's Primaris size it should work, so we'll go for it. I'm getting the Combat Patrol box for Christmas. We'll get me Sanguinary Guard for Dante, Death Pack Jump Intercessors from Lamarta. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I've got the Combat Patrol here. I'm actually, like, you get a lot of upgrades. Or I think you must get 2 upgrade sprues in the Combat Patrol, I think. Because I've got 2 here. And then... obviously the different variants of Sanguinary Guard, I guess. Oh, this is a spear attached to an arm. That one might work. Do you know what? I should probably put this guy's backpack on first, actually, because he's got somewhat of a chunky backpack, doesn't he? Where the hell have I put that sprue? I had it. Trying to get the parcel wrapped before the missus can snap up the upgrade sprues. You have to buy your own Christmas present from the missus? Is that how that works? I also have... this must be some sort of Primaris upgrade sprue as well. That's probably the sprue from the new captain. Yeah, I think this is the new captain. Oh, do you know what? That arm's got a little blood drop on it. That would be cool. Let's take that off. I obviously did a bit of a conversion on the new captain myself. I think I ended up giving him a power fist. So maybe if we can use this arm with a little blood drop. Like the idea behind that. Will the angle work though? Because that's the problem with just snipping off random arms and stuff. It's like sometimes the angle will be a bit funky, won't it? I feel like I'm gonna have to take this off anyway, so I may as well just take it off now. Krychik says get it built. It's an awful model to build. Well, I'll build the Invader ATV once I've built this character, I guess. I don't know really how I feel about it, I guess. But I mean, I've got it now, so I guess I should do something with it, right? I'm going to take a spear off as well and see what the spear looks like. A right-handed spear is what I need. This one then. The guy from Ukraine just bought a motorcycle with a sidecar in real life. That's cool, man. I like the old attack bikes a lot, you know that? I feel very sad that we're finally replacing them. I've been using those attack bike models for like 20 years. Make sure to spend a lot of time on the bottom of the ATV. I don't know if you're serious or not. I was probably going to put the ATV onto a base, honestly. I don't really like bikes that aren't on a base. So I was probably just going to put it on a square base that's the same size as the bike. The reason I used to put all my attack bikes on the base is because the sidecars always used to fall off, right? And that was like super annoying. Like you go to a tournament and the sidecar just falls off. Your music is a bit too loud. Thank you. How's that? It might also be I'm not talking loud enough, man. Sometimes up here in my house, when my kids are just going to bed, I find myself being quiet just because the kids are going to bed. I used my lieutenant with the relic shield from my Death Company captain on foot, some old Death Company bits, and he turned out cracking. Yeah, I've got some old Death Company bits just off screen here. I've got like half a sprue of Sangre Guard bits here as well. Maybe like an old Sangre Guard head. Maybe. So I figured I was going to do something to give this guy a little bit more Blood Angels flavor. Good evening, Ardeen. How are you? I feel like I always have to preserve the flavor, right? Like, I feel like I preserved the flavor before Games Workshop took away all of the flavor, but now I have to preserve it even harder, right? What size of base would you need for an ATV? It's pretty big. I got my friend, I just measured one. And I just got my friend to print me a base the size of, like it's a custom square base from a 3D printer, right? I can tell you the dimensions if you want me to, but I've got one. I mean, I'll probably grab it before the end of the stream because I'm probably going to glue the Invader ATV onto it, to be honest. I suppose it depends on how complicated the Invader ATV is to build. But yeah, if you know a friend with a 3D printer, they're so handy for things like that. Actually, my attack bikes were on the old Dreadnought size bases, you know? Chicken dreadnoughts, I guess is what we call them, right? Pour one out for chicken dreadnoughts. Man, those things were great, weren't they? Did anyone get a winter battle box then? Did anyone take the plunge? Did anyone get it? I always like the intention of the battle boxes, but like I always feel like for me to want to buy it for Space Marines, I feel like I already got too much stuff from inside it, if that makes sense. Hello Mark, how you doing? So I had a pretty busy week actually, like a lot of people... Hold on, there might be a child around. Annabella? I hear noises, means somebody's probably snooping around. A lot of people asked me if I could get an interview with the guy, Manuel. 1 second, I'm sure I'm hearing someone in the corridor. Hold on. Mum's downstairs not feeling well. You were told to get into your room and go to sleep. And do not leave the room. Downstairs, right back into bed. Oh, kids, man. Yeah, so a lot of people were asking me if I could get the guy from the World Championship of Warhammer, who went 7-1 Blood Angels, best in faction, best overall general, on the channel. Because people wanted to know how he'd done. People wanted to know the insight. So we've got that coming out on Friday. I spoke with him on Monday night. It was like a 50-minute interview. I got done editing it last night. I was having a real problem with my video editing this week. I don't know why I've actually bought a new video editing program because my one's been discontinued. So you need to learn a new video editing software. So I've been doing that. I've been making a new video to test learning the new software, and then I had this interview to make and everything just wasn't working. So my last 2 nights have been pretty busy, and then obviously like with my wife being ill, I just didn't arrange to go out tonight for a game because she's ill. So I was hoping to just relax a bit tonight. It'll be a grudge match next week, Colin. Cool. I told Colin we'll play next week. He messaged me back and I shit you not, he said please don't bring Victrix Guard. My goodness, the Victrix Guard are broken, aren't they? I saw a tournament saying that they were won by an Ultramarines list with 12 Victrix Guard. I'm like, oh. I feel like Games Workshop do this every single time. It's like they come out with a unit that's just absolutely bonkers. It seems like it happens more often than not. Than like, except for Blood Angels. Like Blood Angels don't get the super bonkers unit, but it feels like everybody else gets this unit that's just batshit bonkers, doesn't it? Your Victrix Guard ready? I'm not Victrix Guard ready, Colin. I don't want to play against them. Oh my goodness. I don't know how we deal with them. You need like a crap load of like really high AP stuff. And then you need +1 to wound into them. And of course they get +1 to wound to the oath target because they're Ultramarines. I'm gonna have to go AFK in a second because I told my daughter she would go downstairs to get a toy, and it's like, she's not back. Into bed, come on. Into bed, come on. You should not be out of bed yet. Man, I don't know what it is. It's like nights when I try and go live, the kids just mess me around, man. Did that fall off while I was AFK? Probably. kits. Talgar doesn't have his Gravis armor. Both Shooty and Assault Terminators are now upscaled. Is Gravis doomed? I don't think Gravis will be doomed, man. I think we need more Gravis kits, if anything. We don't need less. How many Gravis kits are there? Heavy Intercessors, Aggressors, Eradicators, Inceptors. There's 4, or am I missing something? I think there'll be more Gravis. I don't think they're going to make less Gravis. Gravis only came out in, like, 9th edition? No, Inceptors were 8th edition. Where's the ATV? It's here. You have been clickbaited because I haven't opened it yet. I'm doing everything I can to not open it because I don't want to. I want to keep the classic attack bites alive. Hello, Richie. Who uses Max Centurions? While John is gone, tell me his tactics. I mean, I play Angelic Inheritors, Colin, you know what they do. I'm just considering changing a few things to try, to be honest. I don't know what other tactics I've got. I still don't want to play Liberator Assault Group. I just feel like I've played Liberator Assault Group this edition. You know, like I played it a lot at the start. I played it for like a year straight, right? I just realised that after I started the stream, of course, I've gone and fucking forgot to put one of the sprues on my desk. I was organising sprues before I started the stream. And of course, I've forgotten one. Man, I got too many sprues. It's a first world problem, isn't it? Too many sprues that you don't even... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, yeah. That's that captain. Alright, because I wanted his backpack. I think I need his backpack. I mean, you could give him a cloak. No, he probably kind of... He kind of already has a cloak. I could give him a cloak. Does that cloak go underneath? No, it wouldn't fit. This is the Space Marine Jump Captain. The one that came like... you know, the one that didn't have the Thunderhammer option, I guess. Grey Pally, dude, how you doing? How has my health been? It's been great this week, man. Thanks for asking. We should swap armies for a game. I'll be up for it, Colin, but I don't know if I remember enough. Like, we build each other's lists as well? Or we build the list and then swap armies? You would finally know how broken Death Guard feel. I would want 3 of those, what the hell are they called? Blight Haulers. Blight drones. Oh, I forget what they're called. Bloat drones, that's the one. Yeah, no, I've been using the app, man, to track my calories this week, and like, apparently, I didn't really pay too much attention when I first opened the app, but apparently I'm on a 250 calorie deficit per day. I've done that for like 7 days now, including still working out like 4 or 5 times a week. So I'm feeling good, man, honestly. I mean, I'm hungry every night, but I mean, like I said, once you've fasted for like 31 hours, a little bit of hunger in the evening doesn't really matter. I was thinking about this though, because I've been wanting to do Mr. and Mrs. Spitty live rent free in my head. Yeah, they really do. Those damn bloat drones, man. I like the Death Guard attachment where you just pick something anywhere on the board and you put it in contagion range, Or you put it into contagion, or however that works, and then you just blow it up with the bloat drones, dude. I still think that's strong as fuck. Yeah, my plan was, like, I think I'm pretty much, I didn't say do Grape Alley, but I'm gonna, going forward, like, in general, I'm gonna do a 36-hour fast once every 3 months. Because I think the 31-hour fast that I did was actually really good for me. It really helped with any sort of cravings, because, like, see, once you fast for 30+ hours, like, a little bit of, like, a food craving is just not comparable to, like, the physical pain I felt when I hadn't eaten for, like, 31 hours. So I feel like fasting was pretty useful. So I was going to fast, like, the 22nd of December, right? So, like, just the whole, like, one whole day. So I'll eat dinner the day before, then the next day I'll just skip all my meals. I just won't eat anything for the entire day. And then I'll go back to normal, like, so I'll fast on the Sunday, basically. Because I've got family coming on the Saturday, so I'll kind of have to go out for a meal. So I'll do the meal, then I'll fast the whole following day. And then what that means is I'll have fasted for, like, 36 hours, like 3 days before Christmas. So, you know, on Christmas Day, when you're looking at that pudding, I don't know what desserts you guys have at Christmas Day, but here in Scotland, we're going around to my wife's family. There's always desserts. There's always multiple desserts. I don't want to be sitting there going, like, I'm on a diet, I can't have another dessert. I'm going to be like, I've got a whole day's worth of calories that I didn't use because I fasted for the whole day. That's probably completely the wrong way to look at it. But it's Christmas, right? It only comes once a year. So I'll have, I think my daily calories is, like, I'm allowed like 2,300. So I can have like 1,300 calories of second desserts or even third desserts, and I'll still be good. I'll still be in a calorie deficit for the week. So that's how I'm looking at it, right? I skip most of the sweets on Christmas Day so I can pig out on the cheese and biscuits. Well, exactly. Like, it's Christmas, man. Like, you've been working all year for Christmas, right? I don't want to be on a diet on Christmas Day, but I understand that I should be. Hello, Commodore. How evening? Tell you what, I'll post my list on Wednesday to your Discord and see if your Bud Angels can figure out what I'm up to. I mean, Colin, I often can't figure out what you're up to until you swarm the board with, like, however many demons it is, like 50 demons. Like, it was more than 50 demons last week, wasn't it? It was like 60 Poxwalkers and like 30 Plague Bearers and like 18 Nurglings. Yeah, I mean, Jason says, here's the thing about fasting, Jason. If you are going to fast for like 30+ hours, you can't, like, when I'm doing it with like proper fasting salts and stuff. Like I think that you probably need to build up to that. You shouldn't just jump off the deep end and be like, I'm gonna, because yeah, I mean, my first fast, I wanted to get to 36 hours and I didn't get anywhere close to it, right? But I've watched a few videos since then on strategies for fasting, so hopefully I should be better prepared this time. Do you know what, we have pretty bad puddings here in the UK. Like, I can honestly remember Christmas days where we've had like 4 different desserts. Commodore's got his first GT on Saturday. It's a singles day, 5 rounds. You're not playing 5 rounds in a day, surely. You've got 2 days, right? But 3 games day 1, 2 days game 2. Yeah, if you watch the video I actually made on fasting, I was taking like fasting salts like every 4 hours. Just enjoy yourself at Christmas. Yeah, like I said, I genuinely plan probably for the rest of my life to do a 36-hour fast. My plan is to do it once every quarter. So every 3 months, once every 3 months, I'll do a 36-hour fast. But I'm, you know, when it comes to food, I'm a bit weird and wonderful, I guess. So yeah, do you know what? So this is gonna be my blade guard with a spear. I think he's gonna be cool. We don't really have many Blood Angels characters with spears. I think he'll either, I mean, he's technically like, he's on this like decorative base, so I think he is a character of sorts because he had this big shield. I think he was actually a captain. But I think I'm just gonna have him join my blade guard. Maybe I'll run him as a captain. It's 2-hour rounds, Iron Man. Oh, dude, your brain will be screwed by Game 5. My brain is screwed by Game 5 if I play them across 2 days. Has anyone else watched The Muppets Christmas Carol? Do you know what? I've not watched it, but someone else was telling me I should watch it, saying it was good. Taking Chaos Knights so there's Lex activations. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea, actually. So I need to put this shield in his other arm somehow. And it's like Sanguinius's golden face. So just need a long arm that can take a shield. I'm sure I've got some Primaris arms that will do, hopefully, somewhere. With the changes to Death Company, would you say the Lost Brethren detachment has any hope? I think you're talking about changes from Death Company from months ago, right? They haven't been changed recently. And do I think they have any hope? No, not really. What changes are you talking about? I'm trying to think what changes they even got. Like, the Death Company captains? I mean, I think the Death Company captains make them somewhat more viable in the other detachments. But I mean, anything beyond that, I think you're clutching at straws. I feel like there's not much else that's redeeming about them, I would say. Are we excited about the winter data slate? I don't know if we're going to get anything, Jason. Do you think we'll get stuff? I feel like I hadn't been excited because I felt like I didn't know if we were going to get anything. Look, this is what, like, on the last stream, someone was asking about this chaplain. On this chaplain, this firstborn chaplain is probably going to be Legends. And Smithy said he bought 25 of them because he's insane, but he liked the jump pack that much. That's this model costs like 20 quid, so you're basically paying 20 quid for a jump pack. But that's what he said he did. That's crazy. Cool jump pack though. Sod Layer says, I'm getting into Warhammer and making Blood Angels army to play. I want the Sanguinary Guard to have bugger wings. Does anyone have any recommendations where to go for that? Sure. You want to probably look at Crimson Lords. Crimson Lords seem to be the place to get Blood Angels upgrade parts at the moment. If you're not familiar with Crimson Lord, then what you need to do, depends where you are. If you're in the UK, you look up Archie's Forge. If you're in the US, you probably want to look up Wargame Portal. Both those places sell Crimson Lords. Both of them are pretty decent costed. I think these are the last rules for 10th edition. No use changing anything else to close to the 11th. Dude, did they even get all the codexes out yet? I'm serious, Eternal Crusader. I'm sure there's codexes that haven't come out yet. Right? Remember last edition, Khorne got their code, or I say Khorne, I mean World Eaters. They got their codex like 2 seconds later. The 11th edition came out. All the codexes are out? Okay, I stand corrected. Unless they release Ultramarines. Not many people care about Ultramarines, huh? Except Marius. Do you know what? Anytime you slander Marius in my chat, he appears. It's like that thing from wrestling. Say his name and he appears. I just need to see if I've got one. I've got so many jump intercessors, it's ridiculous, honestly. You know, they don't really do just like an arm these days with nothing in the hand anymore, do they? You remember you used to get the sprues where it was like an arm with a grenade in the hand? Not much else. You don't really get that anymore. It's a bit annoying. You know, I feel like the Vanguard Veteran Kit always used to have like an arm on a sprue somewhere where you could just easily, or reasonably easily, well, this is the upgrade sprue, so do you know what? If I butcher something, I've got like 4 or 5 more of these upgrade sprues. So let's use this. Serenade, good evening. Are Blood Angels rumoured to be the 11th edition poster boys next year? I don't think so, Colin. I think it'll be Ultramarines again. I've heard Valrak talk about. I've heard Valrak talk a little bit about it could be Blood Angels, but I really think it'll be Ultramarines again. The Phobos box had a bunch of random pointing arms. Really, which Phobos kit? Because I've got all the Phobos kits. I mean, I'm committed to snipping off this guy's sword anyway now, probably. Yeah, I think most people think that Firstborn models are completely gone. Well, I bought the Terminators, right? You know, like the old Blood Angels Terminator box. This one, Blood Angels Terminator Assault, just because I wanted to build some Terminators, and like I just didn't want to lose out on like the cool Blood Angel shields you have here, and the Blood Angels Terminator shoulder pads, and the Blood Angels Terminator like chest pieces. So you don't get any of that now. It's all gone. It's all been genericified. I mean, I sort of understand the logic about it being genericified, in that, like, obviously if it's generic they can sell it to all the different chapters, but I don't really like it. I liked things when they were more custom. Yeah, I think this will work. You sound like Kev and the Space Wolves. Do you know what? Space Wolves didn't get it too bad, man. They got to keep all their Firstborn Dreadnoughts. It was the Blood Angels that lost all their Firstborn Dreadnoughts. I mean, Space Wolves kept, like, Bjorn, I think Murderfang, and I think they kept a third Firstborn Dreadnought. They were lucky. They got off light. Blood Angels got butchered, man. We only got, like, 3 units in our codex. Like, you exclude the characters and it's like 3 units. It's like Sanguinary Guard, Death Company with jump packs, and the Ball Predator. Nothing else was good. Nothing else still is good. Over a year on. At least Space Wolves got like a whole codex worth of stuff that was good. They got so much damage 3 as well. We didn't get any damage 3. Like in melee. That's why it's so hard for us to fight Death Guard. Don't have any damage 3. Not even our characters. I'm thinking of getting a list and trying max Reavers and Dante. Reavers are not good, man. I think Reavers only force Battle Shock on infantry. And I mean, I've tried to get them to work multiple times. They just generally underperform, I feel like. I think it's the, you know, they got low strength. I'm going to use this winged shoulder pad here, I think. Leave my boys alone. I remember having a game against Colin, actually, probably like 9 years ago when Reavers first came out. And like, thinking, like, I honestly thought they were going to be the future of melee for the Space Marines. And I was like, how wrong was I? This unit has... it's just been under... I don't know. I don't understand when they release units that have dogshit rules and they just leave them, right? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like... It's a bad feeling for the consumer. It's like, oh, I bought this thing, but they suck. Cool. Well, they still suck. A year on, they still suck. Dante is criminally weak. Well, thanks for pointing that out to me. Well, yeah, I'm not using Dante at the moment. I don't mind him in Liberator Assault Group. He did win me that GT. Like, he genuinely won a GT for me because of his 9 attacks. But he's not my favourite. I probably should be nice to him because he won me that GT. And this is the only GT I've ever won. I played Dante into Orcs at that GT final. Yeah, that was a long time ago, Colin. You were playing Ultramarines with... You just bought like a assault squad. And you charged and then realised that assault squads sucked. They sucked then. I suppose they didn't always suck, but assault marines, you know, they were already on the way out of being retired at that point a little bit, weren't they? You should dust off the Black Templars and play a game into Colin. +1 to wound against tougher models, goes hard into Death Guard. Did they not... Is Grimald... not Grimaldus. Is Helbrecht still good? Because I feel like last edition he was really good. And then I kind of looked at him. And like, they totally took away most of his attacks, right? Reavers were good for 3 months. Yeah, I think it was shorter than 3 months, dude. They were good for the, like, 2 minutes where you were... It felt like 2 minutes, because they've been rubbish for ages. I feel like they were good for the 2 minutes where you were allowed to deep strike, shoot with precision, and then charge. That was it. It felt like that was 2 minutes. Realistically, it was probably like a month. But here's the thing. These guys have been shit for, like, 8 years. So when they're only good for like 1 month, it felt like 2 minutes. And the Hounds of Mordecai, unfortunately, do you know, I'm in 2 minds about this shield. I feel like it's protruding too much, but I also feel like if I get one where his arm's tighter to the body, it'll make painting underneath it a fucking nightmare. So I think I'm going to go with this, even though I think it's protruding a little bit too much. Just so it's easier to paint behind it. I mean, Reaver's Battle Shock only works against infantry, correct? or their terror troops or whatever it is only works against infantry. And I feel like if you're going to be charging an infantry, just do it with assault intercessors, because they're better. That's my issue with it. I stole my Reaver helmets for various other characters as well. That's the correct use for them too, Scoops. They have no, I mean, Reavers have no other use than they have cool helmets, and you can give those cool helmets to like death companies or smash captains or something along those lines, right? Oh fuck, I just realised it's not November anymore and my goal at the top of the screen still says November. I can't believe it's December already. What a busy year it's been. They were good till you could get access to scouts. I think they were only good when you could shoot. You could shoot and move and charge. What's the next tournament I'm going to? I've got Inverness. I think it's like the 10th of January, man. It's Kenny's tournament. I'm trying to think what it's called. Lock and Load. Inverness. January. I feel like normally I go to like 4 tournaments a year. It's only been 3 this year. I think what it was is I came home from the last tournament I was at, and my kids were just they're basically doing my wife's head in. Like she was at her wit's end with them, and I was just like, alright, I'm not going to go to another tournament for a few months. I think that was like June or something, so I haven't been to one in ages. Like this is probably the longest it'd be like 6 months. I feel like we're going through phases with the kids. Like sometimes it's really easy, and then sometimes it's just really hard. I think that's just kids when they're under, like one of them's under the age of 5. I mean, in general, we're fine, but I get it. Like, I would say, like, it's a weird thing to say. My wife's a more caring parent than I am, right? Like, if she was away for the whole weekend, and if at some point the kids have driven me wild, I just lose my shit. And I'm like, right, no one talks. You two are sitting in timeout at the bottom of the stairs. And I'll honestly leave them there for like 10-15 minutes. And if they say anything, I'll be like, no talking, you're in timeout. And, you know, like 20 minutes, like I've actually had it where I forgot that I'd put them in timeout and I was watching the football or something, in peace finally. I just hear this little voice like, Daddy, can we come out yet? I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I've left you guys in timeout for ages. Yes, you can come out. My wife won't do that. Like, she's the more caring parent. She'll, you know, like, when I lose my shit, I've lost my shit. It's pretty simple. But yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. So it's like, if she's struggling to deal with the two of them, then I can't go to as many tournaments as I want. But I don't get that, right? Like, it's not that I don't get it, I just don't put up with it, I would say. Like, if the kids are driving me wild, like, we were coming home one time, we were coming home from holiday, and the kids were driving me wild in the back of the car. We're still, like, probably about 120 miles from home. And I was like, right, that's it, nobody speaks till we get home. And they're like, that's like 2.5 hours. And I was like, yeah, but you guys have been told like 10 times now to stop messing around in the back while Daddy's driving, right? You know, my wife's looking at me like she knows I've lost my shit. She's like, you're going to make them be quiet for 2.5 hours. And I was like, well, I'm not, but like they're going to be quiet for the next 20 minutes and then maybe they can speak, you know? Kids are great. My daughter loves painting her zombies with contrast paint. Do you know what? I was at my local Games Workshop picking up this Invader ATV this week, and my kid was there with me, and they gave him his first model. So he's got a Space Marine and he's got a Stormcast Eternal. So I thought maybe this week we could do that. What about you, God Given? When is your next event? Have you got another one in Inverurie, or I actually don't. I assume you're somewhat local to Inverurie. Is there a book about Blood Angels that describes the state of the Order after the devastation of Baal, so that it even mentions the captains and their characteristics? I don't think they go into too much detail. There is 2 books after that. There might even be 3. The books that I've read after that are... There's obviously Darkness in the Blood. That's like the main one that follows Mephiston and Dante, sort of in the aftermath of Devastation of Baal. And then there's a book about Astaroth as well. I think it's just called Astaroth, Redeemer of the Lost, or Slayer of the Lost, or something like that. God, do you know what? I knew the super glue was almost done, and I should have bought a new one. God damn it! I need to leave it upside down for a minute more. But I feel like the Astaroth book is very self-contained, right? Like, it's just Astaroth out with his, like, it's not an honor guard, but it's similar. It's like Astaroth and his, like, bodyguards, maybe like a squad of 4 guys. They're out doing what they do, which is basically killing Death Company, or killing Blood Angels that have fallen to Horus. Or have fallen to the Black Region, or seeing Horus, excuse me. I feel like the Dante book, the Darkness in the Blood, might have a little bit more story about where the chapter's going, but I don't think it's in super detail because I don't remember it. They're the heirloom, right? I think so, but can't quite remember. Do my kids have different responses to being told off? Usually when they get told off, like if I tell them to go to timeout, they just start apologizing. That they know they've gone too far. They're like, sorry. I'm like, it's too late, guys. You should have been sorry 10 minutes ago, you know? I'll probably come to one of the tournaments in Varuri in 2026 if there's another GT, to be honest, because that was an easy drive. Like, I like tournaments I can drive to and drive back, man. If I can save on, like, hotel costs and stuff like that. It's not that I'm against it, like, spending money on a hotel, but if I can save money, I'd rather save money. I've got an RTT this weekend. I realised this morning that I still have a few models to paint. Before then, I suck, so I'm just hoping to go 1-2 and win Best Painted. Well, is there any super glue in here? Come on, there's got to be some. How long would it take you to drive to Stirling? Edinburgh's like 4 hours if I go via Perth. If I go via Aberdeen, it adds an hour. Well, February's probably too early. So it would be May or October. I think I need to go to Brewhammer next year as well, because I've been promising Alan I'd go to Brewhammer for like 5 years. Do you know what I bought for Christmas time, Colin? You will not approve. I brought protein beer that's got no alcohol in it. So it's 10 grams of protein per beer. Apparently it tastes good, but it's got no alcohol. I'm dead to you. I got games to make, man. I gotta be fucking up with my games with alcohol. Come on. There was super glue in there. It just took a lifetime to come out. Yeah, I'll go to the hardware store this weekend probably. Get some more Gorilla Glue. I really swear by this stuff. I have to hold this for a minute, I think. Do I have to chew the beer? I hope not. I haven't tried it yet, but Thing is, I'm always going to have to drive at Christmas time. So if I'm driving, at least I can have protein beer, right? There you go. Grey Pally approves of protein beer. I thought it was a nice way to treat myself. 12 cans of protein beer. Nope, don't knock him over. Yeah, I've got the Invader ATV. I'm going to do it as soon as I get this model. Don't have much left to do. A head and a couple of shoulder pads, and then like this lapel thing. Yeah, I'd like to go to LGT one year. I'd like to also go to I'd like to go to Las Vegas Open one year, man, but it's like I gotta keep building the channel, right? Like I need to build to like 30 or 40,000 subscribers so that I could afford to go to Las Vegas Open. That's where I need to get to. You know, you see these new Sangre Guard heads? I kind of dislike them for Sangre Guard heads. I think they look pretty cool on captains. I already made one captain with one of them. I think I'm going to make this other captain with it. Do you know what? I would rather drink 12 cans of protein beer than 12 grams of real beer. You know that? I think I've grown out of like... Well, anytime I go drinking, man, it just gets out of hand. I don't do... I'm like you, Colin. I can't just have like one drink. I either have one or I have many. You know, there's no in between. Those helms look like Storm-classed Eternals. A little bit, I guess. Was there any helmets on the upgrade sprue? Any interesting helmets on this upgrade sprue? You get one with just a Primaris head with a little blood drop on it. You obviously get the Terminator head with the little blood drop on it. Was that it? Very underwhelming, isn't it? I never use the I never use the unhelmeted ones, so they always seem like a waste to me. Beer is pretty awesome. Yeah. I think, like I said, my problem is that I can't, like, if I could have one beer or two beers, then yeah, sure, or maybe even 5 beers. But see, if I've had 5 beers, then it becomes like a 20 beer night, and then I feel like death the next day. I have Michael's birthday on Saturday, so we're going away on Saturday, so Friday's a no-go anyway, Colin. Because I'll be driving. It's a 20 beer event, well you enjoy. Yeah. 20 beers. Love it. That shoulder pad actually looks a bit chonky for that side. Oh, it might work well here, I think. Let's do it here. Cool. That could be 200 grams of protein. It could be 200 grams of protein. I'm sure I'll be drinking plenty over the Christmas, and I'll probably do the New Year's stream. I'll probably drink too much. I probably get all my friends on that have been on the channel before for a drink, and we'll probably be live for like 4 or 5 hours. So I'm actually going to try and get my wife to do Warhammer this year on New Year and get a camera for her as well, because she was asking, she was like, do you want me to come on your New Year's stream again? I was like, yeah, come on, do some Warhammer. Why not? She's like, what will I do? I was like, well, make a model. I feel like I've got plenty of models she could make. I feel like I've always got too many models. I've got sprue. I've got more Space Marine sprues than I've got time to deal with, honestly. He does look a little bit Stormcast, I'll give you that. He's alright. So I just need a shoulder pad. Maybe just a standard Blood Angel, nothing too fancy. Is he a Blade Guard? He's a Blade Guard captain, man. He's supposed to be the one that's got like that cool, he's got like this big ass shield. This thing? With the like the Necron attached to the shield or something? I'll use that somewhere else, I guess. I want to get this guy with a spear, because Blood Angels don't really have any captains with spears. Oh, Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Get your wife the Sisters of Battle Army. I mean, that would probably be good for getting my daughter into Warhammer. I don't know if she's going to be interested in it. Mentos, thanks for dropping by. If your wife comes on, maybe that will inspire me to try building or painting something too. Well, there you shouldn't need inspired, dude. Just do it, man. Like that knight thing. Keep telling that to my daughter every time. She's like, I'll try, Dad. I'm like, you remember what Master Yoda says? Do or do not. There is no try. She's like, he's not real. I'm like, he is real. He lives on Dagobah. What are you talking about? Yeah. My kids are playing Just Dance at the moment. That's what Michael's into. Yeah, unfortunately I think because of that purity seal coming right down near the shoulder pad, I think I have to just have something simple for his shoulder pad. Like this. I saw that. It's 2-2. Goddamn Rangers, man. That would have been a good win. We needed a win to get bounced back as well. The New Year stream is the highlight of my holiday. How many beers did you drink during last year's New Year stream then, the Wolf time? I hope it was 20. Ah, where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, I'll fit. Alright, so I need to get more glue, like super glue this weekend. Alright, I can remember to do that. I did get the... I was talking about it in the last stream. When I was in Games Workshop, I got 2 more contrast paint. I got this Hex Wraith Flame. I'd never seen that before. And Griff Charger Grey. It looks more like a blue. But, lots of Guinness. I'm Irish. Dude, do you know I had my first Guinness 00 like 2 weeks ago? Maybe it was 3 weeks ago now. At Murrayfield, Scotland were playing Argentina. I was the designated driver, so I had Guinness 00, and I was impressed. I really enjoyed Guinness 00. I would buy it again. In fact, I'll probably buy some of it for Christmas, like I said, because I probably have to drive the kids around a lot, and you want to feel like you're having a real drink, right? The Stormbird and Thunderhawk have been removed from the US store. The Thunderhawk is going to Legends. You heard it here first. About time, huh? Is there 40k content on Roadblocks, actually? Regardless of the rampant copyright infringement on that game, it seems to be a smart way to capture the young kids. I don't know too much about Roadblocks. All I know about Roadblocks is I'm probably not going to let my kids play it, man. Great Pally, yes, we'll chat. I will message you, don't worry. Thank you so much for hanging out, I appreciate it. Plastic Thunderhawk inbound? I doubt it, man. I mean, maybe. Maybe because it's so iconic, I guess. I feel like I've blinged this guy up. I hope he feels blinged up. He's got a little chest piece. He's got a Sangreguard helmet. He's got the old Sangreguard shoulder pad. He's got the custom 3D printed Sanguinius mask, and then he's got Sangreguard spear. So he's certainly going to be like a unique looking blade guard, that's for sure. He's pretty cool. Rate him out of 10. 1 is good. No, 1 is bad, 10 is good. Give me some numbers. What do you think? You like him? I think he's alright. Give him like a solid 8 or something. You like the shield? All the kids are on Roadblocks. Yeah, I know, so mine aren't going to get to play it, man. I'll be the asshole who doesn't let their kid play Roadblocks. I mean, I'd honestly rather my kid played Battlefield than played Roadblocks. And Battlefield's like got shooting and is probably an 18 and all that stuff. I don't know if I told you this, Colin. I was playing Battlefield one night, like with my headphones on. And Michael came into the room and he's like, "Dad, what are you playing?" I was like, "Battlefield, Michael." He's like, "Can I play?" And there was a real moment there where I was like, "Yeah, you're only 3, but yeah, I can teach you Battlefield. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. A buddy to play games with. Yeah. We can play Battlefield, Mike. It's probably safer for the kids than Roblox. Right? I bought this from Games Workshop, man. And I thought to myself, that's a lot of money. Not like it anyway. Maybe it's just because it's for a unit that I don't really want. The thing is, I'm comparing it to attack bikes, right? Like I used to play attack bike. I feel like attack bikes were like $9.99 or something, man. It just shows my age. Because I mean, I bought my attack bikes. Like I had them when I was like 20 years ago. I had attack bikes. But anyway, $32.50 for the Invader ATV from Games Workshop. You know, my local Games Workshop had a really disappointing amount of Blood Angels. It was like, they only had two things. They had the Codex and the Combat Patrol. And I was like, that's it? That's all you got? So I was honestly, I'd sort of decided in my head, I was either going to buy the ATV or I was going to buy Azrael. And I'd sort of thought to myself, like, Azrael is like a much better model. Don't want to look at Aussie prices. Do you know what? You Australians get lucky on some things, man. Or because I was looking, like, I like those shirts from that brand Dixon, and they're like, the prices in Australia are like, they're like 30 or 40% cheaper than what we pay in the UK, so I suppose it's maybe because they're made in China. China's quite close, like, comparatively, China's quite close to Australia compared to the UK, right? I mean, that's probably why Warhammer's so expensive, in that Warhammer typically gets made far away from Australia, right? He's a cool character, actually. I like him. Compared to Lamartez. I don't know, man. I think that with all the generification in this hobby, I think you can still make stuff super cool. I think he looks cool. I like him a lot, actually. You get lucky on the weather in Australia? Yeah, well, we certainly don't get lucky on the weather here in Scotland, because it's shit all the time. The ATV is 87. The Christmas boxes were 400. Alright. Alright, I guess that makes up for my shirts being a little bit more expensive. Maybe I should not be upset about the shirts being more expensive. Fair. Alright, how many pages is this? Obviously we need to make it with the multi-melta. If there's anything we can do to make it less generic, i.e. get some blood drops on it, get some, I don't know, scrolls, anything that can make it less generic, that would be good as well. So it's got like no options till the very end. The only option I think is the multi-melta. Yeah, everything else is like, you know, it's not push fit, but it's basically simple follow along. I found the ATV to be a great solo unit. You know what? I've played it a couple of times, man, and I don't really rate it, but maybe I just need to play it a few more times. I think I've been playing it against Death Guard. Every time I bring it in, the Death Guard just kill it. Or I've been playing against Votan as well. They just kill it as well. It's easy enough to magnetize. Do you think they'll ever make Onslaught cannons good again? Because I feel like this edition, Onslaught cannons are just absolute dog shit. What is it? I don't know what these little symbols mean, actually. Do you know what? This might be last, because that's not accurate. I think Onslaught Cannon is 501 dev wounds. When was this printed? Oh, this was printed in 2020. So I'm guessing the profile it shows here for the cannon is out of date now. Evening, Peter. How you doing? I fully expect all my loadouts to be bad in 11th edition. Yeah, I think that's why I'm just not. I'm not magnetizing things anymore. I'm not doing WYSIWYG anymore, I feel like. What's happening here? It's heresy is what's happening, Frank. We're considering to we're considering to finally retire an attack bike. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to finish that other model though, so I don't think I'm going to get too deep on this tonight. I'm probably not going to be here on Saturday, because normally on Saturday night I do a hobby hangout. This Saturday is, like I said, it's my kid's birthday, so we're away during the day, because in the thing we're going to doesn't finish till 6 p.m. and it's at least an hour drive home, and then the kids will be in bed, or the kids will need to go to bed. So I'm probably not going to be here much on Saturday, if at all. So we've got a video coming out on Friday as normal. We'll do the army list on Sunday night as normal, I think, but on Saturday I probably won't be here. So just if you use my streams on a Saturday night to motivate yourself into painting, you'll have to find someone else. Uh, 8 shots, strength 5, damage 1, devastating wounds. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Which is a pity, because I feel like Onslaught cannons, when they first came out, I feel like they were okay. I just sort of feel like they maybe got like a rough end of the stick, I guess, with like Space Marines got their codex very early this edition, and as such there's a lot of units that are kind of trash, isn't it? Commodore, good fun. Have fun setting up the Christmas tree. I hope your tournament goes well. 5 games in 1 day sounds bonkers, so good luck in that. I just got some old Metal Blood Angels figures, but the bases are 25mm. They put the 25mm on a 40mm base, or use 40mm base directly. You can do either, man. I buy these things on eBay. They're pretty cool. Let me show you a packet. They're called No Effort base adapter rings. You get them in all sizes, like look, 32 to 40. These ones are 32 to 40. So basically, like, you just get your model that sits on a 32mm base, like an assault marine. You can literally just push fit him in there. I mean, if you want, you can then glue him in. I mean, I've done that with a lot of guys. But you get them in 25s to 40s, you get them in... Like, I got loads. There's 25s to 32s. Sorry, there's 25s to 28s. That's for scouts. Remember, scouts used to be on 25s, they put them on 28s. There's 25s to 40s. You know? You just pop them in, and you can glue them in if you want. If you really want to be fancy, you can fill up the gaps as well. I mean, there's a metal Terminator that was on a 25mm base. How can you see the ring of the old base? So the old base was in there. I've pushed him into one of those base extenders. I've glued him in. I've then filled the gap between the two of the bases with like liquid green stuff, and then just put contrast paint over the top of it. So I mean, if you look closely, you can see he was obviously on a smaller base. But like, if you're looking at him on the table, a couple of meters away, he's a Terminator on a 40mm base, right? A very small Terminator on a 40mm base, but that's what he is. My Terminators are still on 25mm bases. Well, I think if you wanted to use them in a tournament, you would need to get them onto 40s. And yeah, the other option is, like you said, you just buy 40mm bases and just glue them right on top of it. I've done that as well. I did that with the new Sangre Guard, because I've got 30 Sangre Guard on 32mm bases. I was like, I'm not redoing 30 Sangre Guard. That's kind of why I've got these up. That's why I just made that captain with the Sangre Guard spear and the Sangre Guard helmets, right? Because I've just got all these extra bits from the Combat Patrol. I've only built one of the new Sangre Guard models. All of the rest of my Sangre Guard models are the old 32mm Sangre Guards just glued onto 40mm bases. I found an old land speeder made up as an ATV. It looks nice. Oh, send me a link to that. I'd like to see that, because I've got 2 land speeders I'm doing nothing with now. I guess they've gone to Legends and they're just literally sitting in the box, half painted. I hate it when something goes to Legends and I was like halfway through it, because I just basically take that as a get out of jail free card and then never finish it. Take care, Colin. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's good to see you. had to take 200 orcs from 25mm bases to 32mm bases. Yeah, that sounds fun. The weird thing, the ATV, one thing I've not seen is to put them together with Outriders and a Chaplain. Dev wounds on the multi-melta could be something. It's one shot, man. And, sorry, it's 2 shots. You hit on 3s. And then you need a 6. So, I mean, like, how many times do you need to roll that for it to actually come off? You've got 2 dice, 66% chance to hit, 16% chance of devastating wounds. So 66 times 16. That's like 10%. So if you go to a tournament, right, and your Invader ATV survived every game till round 5 and managed to shoot every single game 5 times, you would get devastating wounds twice. I mean, for me, that just doesn't seem like it's valuable enough. Especially then you just go ahead and roll your damage roll and you roll a 1. Cool, you did 1 devastating wound. And, like, how many points are you paying for that? Like, a lot. Outriders plus a Chaplain's probably, like, the best part of 155, I think. Plus the ATV, 215 points. 215 points. There's gotta be better. Nah. I wouldn't take it. That's why it's not seen, I suppose. Yeah, pretty much. Chapter Master skis. What was the question? Or was it, were you answering someone else or were you asking a question? Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I tried Outriders led by Chaplain. I even tried it in the detachment, because there's like the... It used to be called Stormlance Detachment, or, well, it still is called Stormlance Detachment, but basically there's a detachment now, I think it's like the new White Scars one, where you can take that Chaplain, you can give him 2 extra AP, you can give him 2 extra strength, and then if he's attached to Outriders, he gets +1 damage and an extra strength. So you basically, the Chaplain's weapon goes to strength 9, AP 3, flat 3 damage on the charge. But the problem with him is he only has 5 attacks. So it's like, well, you miss one and you failed to wound a couple of times, and then they roll 1 save, and then all of a sudden he only does 3 damage, and you spent so many points on him. Oh, the title says don't do it. The title was basically trying to be funny. Probably not that funny. I meant like don't make the ATV. Don't do it. Like the classic attack bike are so classic and brilliant, and the ATV looks like it belongs in Mario Kart. And obviously this ATV model has been out for a while now. I actually don't know what year the ATV came out. Well, it must have been out at least 5 years, because the instructions had 2020 on them, right? Down here. So it's been out for 5 years and I haven't bought it. I didn't really want to buy it. Because for a while there you could use ATVs or attack bikes, right? Like they were both an option. I think last edition ATVs were like 85 points and attack bikes 60 points. So you used attack bikes, they were better. But I mean, it's handy to have one of every unit, because when you get to the end of an army list these days, you don't have you remember like in previous editions you could be like, oh well, I need 10 more points, so let me just drop this 1 power fist, or let me just drop this 1 infernal pistol. You don't have that flexibility anymore. Now you have to be like, let me drop a whole unit or let me drop an enhancement. And I feel like just having an ATV as an option to fill out a list is handy, because there's not that much available that's less than... What have we got that's less than 60 points? Or 60 or less? We have the ATV at 60, we have a Tech Marine at 55, we have Apothecary at 50, I think we've got the Blade Guard Ancient at 45, and I don't think there's anyone else that comes in under 60. Is there another unit that comes in under 60? I think that's probably it, right? Blade Guard Ancient, Tech Marine, Apothecary, Invader ATV. And I mean, for 60 points it has 8 wounds, so that's something. Stu says, I usually use the ATV as a cheap, fast unit to hang out on the home field objective with the multi-melta. That's kind of how I was thinking. Like, it would be in reserve, or it's... a full boss lieutenant? How many points is a full boss lieutenant? Sorry. I don't really play the full boss lieutenant, I guess. So how does this work? You just push in like this. Okay. The full boss lieutenant is 55. Alright. I stand corrected. So there's the full boss lieutenant as well. So there's a few things, but there's not that much. Like I said, there used to be a lot more flexibility, because you used to be like, oh, I can cut a pistol, or I can cut, you know, and you just don't get that level of flexibility anymore, right? Oh, the regular ancient is 50. I must admit, I don't think I've used the regular ancient much this edition. He's got a weird rule about like being on an objective he has a 4-up feel no pain, but I feel like if you're rolling on his feel no pain, then his whole unit's already kind of dead, right? It's a weird one. Side control says, I'm currently working my way through the Blood Angels Combat Patrol. Nice. I still have a lot to do. I think I've just got to a point where I've got too many jump intercessors. Like, I've stopped doing the combat patrol because I feel like, how many jump intercessors could I possibly need? Not as many as I've got, obviously. Guys, if you get 2 seconds tonight, if you could leave a like on the stream, I would really appreciate that. There's got 47 people in the house, and we've got, well, less than 47 likes. So, if you could do that, it would be appreciated. And like I said, I've got a big video coming out on Friday. So, it's a long one. It's going to be like 55-minute interview with the... 55-minute interview with the player who was top. The top Blood Angels player at the World Championship of Warhammer. So that should be coming out on Friday about lunchtime. When will the next charity raffle be? I haven't decided that, man. I was really upset about the last charity raffle because, well, not upset about the raffle itself. Upset that YouTube really buries the streams, or buries the video. Well, because obviously if everyone's donating money to charity, YouTube don't get any of it, so they hide the videos. I was really like, I was trying to make a point that, like, when you look at that video compared to the ones around it, the videos around it all got like 10,000 views. The charity raffle video got 300 views. So we could have made a hell of a lot more money if YouTube didn't bury my video, but the algorithm, I guess, knows that it doesn't get any money from those videos, which is really quite frustrating. I don't know how other content creators do it, man, but I was quite frustrated about that. Maximus says, hi John, I have a tournament not this weekend but next. If I leave a comment with a list on the stream, can you go over it for Sunday? Yeah, 100%, buddy. It'd probably be better if you email it to me and remind me in the email, and then I'll leave the email as unread, and then on Sunday, because I've got a busy weekend, and then on Sunday I'll make sure I get to it, because I'll leave the email unread. The email it's simple. It's Blood Angels Commander, all one word, @gmail.com. The jump intercessor seemed to be a key component in most winning Blood Angels lists. I'm building my second set, and Lamartez and Jump Captain with Hammer on the order. I don't know if I agree with jump intercessors being the most common or key component. They're a cheap component you can use to score well with. A lot of winning lists do use a couple of squads of them. But I mean, there are other units that do a very similar role, right? Like you can almost do that with units of Outriders. You can almost do it with units of Reavers. But yeah, no, I get you. Jump intercessors. I suppose you could almost do it with Vanguard veterans. But yeah, I guess point for point, jump intercessors. Jump intercessors do best in Liberator Assault Group. But here's the thing, Liberator Assault Group isn't the best win rate army for Blood Angels right now. Angelic Inheritors is quite a lot higher. But Angelic Inheritors, you don't see jump intercessors in the Angelic Inheritors lists. And they're honestly not that very good in that detachment at all, right? Like when I was using jump intercessors and Angelic Inheritors, don't use them to do combat, use them to do actions. Dragon Shield says, I need to buy another Blood Angels Combat Patrol box. I messed up building the Salt Intercessors, so the new box, I should just make them towards Jump Intercessors. There's nothing wrong with having like 5 or 10 Assault Intercessors on foot, dude. I mean, there's obviously the very good combo of the Captain plus Assault Intercessors. I have 10 Assault Intercessors on foot. I probably have like 20 Jump Intercessors. Maybe more than 20 Jump ones. But I think having 10 on foot is a good number. And I think it's something that you should probably... If you don't have Assault Intercessors on foot, I think you should probably have some, because there will be times when you don't have the points for Jump Intercessors, or there will be times when you need something inside a transport. And I think Assault Intercessors are kind of the best bet for that. That's rookie numbers for Assault Intercessors? How dare you, Phil? Just because you have 100 of them. Or 60, because I guess that's the maximum you could field, right? I'm shooting for undefeated this weekend. I went 5-3, then 4-1. The next, losing in the final to Admech, says Greg. I have 3 squads of Jump Intercessors in my lag list. Yeah, I mean, it can be good, yeah. Well, good luck on trying to beat 4-1, dude. That's no mean feat. I've gone 4-1 more times than I care to remember, and I've gone 5-0 twice. You know? Like, I feel like getting 4-1 is a good accomplishment. Hold on a minute, I'm hearing somebody outside. My kid. Who am I hearing? Alright, now their kid's awake. Fun times, man. Rennie says, I bought the drop pods. Are they being used? No. Anyone in chat using drop pods? I have one in the box that I'm using to make my shelf look nice. Well, did you need more Terminators, or are you just doing Crux Terminatus because you wanted to? Yeah, I think for now, drop pods probably dioramas, man. I've got one that's brand... Like, you know how they reboxed it in the 2 together or whatnot? I still have one from, like, before. Like, the one in a box. I think I actually put it on my I think I maybe put it on like the thumbnail of one of the New Year streams like 2 years ago, and people were upset with me because I didn't get to it. Probably I always end up making like Blood Angel's character conversions. That's what always happens. Always end up making character conversions and then never get to the vehicles. But no, I've had this drop pod probably in the box. I feel like I bought it. God. I could probably look back on Element Games, but I feel like I must have bought it like 3 years ago or something, and I've never felt the need to do it. Impulsors are just better. I've got 3 impulsors. I'd build another impulsor. If I would need 4, I don't know, but I'd probably rather build a 4th one than build a drop pod. At least I feel like I can find ways of making it work in a game, right? I just tuned in. I assume you don't like the Invader ATV. I don't think I overly like how it looks, but I think I also don't like how it how it's replacing my attack bikes, right? I think that's more the problem. The attack bikes are a classic. A classic, well-liked model, and we're obviously replacing them. I have 3 drop pods. They decorate the shelf beautifully. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll be good next edition, man. I always feel like it's, if you've got I always feel like it's worth doing any models you've got kicking around, because they do go through like swings, and you know, there is times where models that are uncompetitive swing up competitively, right? I think if the multi-melters had stayed 24 inches, then Invader ATV would be okay. Maybe, because at least then when you brought them in from reserve, you were within melter range, right? Like, maybe that was what it was. And maybe they didn't need to... Maybe if they kept them at 20 inches, Phil, like, lower them from 24, but don't make them 18. Like, if it was 20 inches, so you could bring them in from reserve and get the melter damage, then maybe that would have made them okay? I don't know. Do you think Terminators should have close combat firepower to get +1 AP from Stormbolters on their closest targets, or would this make them overpowered? Terminators are crying out for something, man. They suck. Their bolters suck. AP 0 generally sucks. Do I think Terminators would be overpowered if they had +1 to shoot? No, I think they would be okay. They might just not suck. I don't think they'd be great, but I think they might just not suck. Look at those new Ultramarines, the Victrix Guard. Like, they only have 1 AP on their guns, but they look like they'd be pretty good, right? Because they hit on 2s and they got 2 damage. Let me check, did I got this email? Hold on. Gmail. I do not have your email yet, unless it went to junk. Put the email address in chat, Maximus. Have you seen the bottom of the ATV yet? What? Oh, the big empty hole. I was going to put it on a base anyway, Campbell. I took my old attack bikes, mounted them on a 100mm bases, roughly the same size as the ATV, with the standard bike driving beside them, kind of diorama, run them as ATVs, and everyone loves them. Do you know, I was thinking of rebasing my bikes, but at least if I've got one... Do you know what, sometimes tournaments can be a little bit funny about you not having the official model. So if I'm ever going to a tournament that's a little bit funny, at least I'll have 1 ATV. I don't plan on getting any more. I most probably will rebase Firstborn attack bikes. Same as I rebase Sangre Guard, same as I rebase Death Company, same as I rebase Terminators. Like, I just rebase stuff now. Everything is good at some point. Yeah, everything does come good. Sorry, Callum Wilson 5830 had a question. He says, my mate plays Dark Angels. He's absolutely convinced that the Sangre Guard plus the Captain in Angelic Inheritors is the most overpowered unit in the game. How do I explain that it is not? You just have them shoot them with anything, because they suck when they get shot, man. They're toughness 4. You literally wouldn't, like most armies, wound them on 2s or something. Have you seen how quickly they get deleted by Death Guard? I think last week I lost like 4 of them to, or I think it was the week before, I lost like 4 of them to the Death Guard Overwatch. Trucker Judge says he still has 1 sprue of an Invader ATV, and he doesn't know if he'll get to it. I don't think I blame you, man. I mean, I don't think it's a model that I feel very attached to in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I feel attached to my attack bikes, you know? If they gave drop pods, what? I don't know. I think John thinks if they give drop pods something, they might be useful, but I don't know what the something is. You should check out Eons of Battle. I do sometimes see his videos. I do occasionally watch them. 6-inch deep strike on drop pods. Yeah, I mean, maybe if they had something, man. Where they stand right now, I just feel like impulsors are much better. Oh, you think if they had some objective control? I mean, I suppose it would help a little bit. You could used to drop pods in and they would hold objectives. I do remember that. I mean, that might help a little bit. I don't know if it fixes the problems with them. I think you just take the impulsor, because you can shoot, you can tank shock, you've got the objective control, you've got the invuln save, you've probably got more wounds. You've got firing deck. There's just a lot to like about the impulsor, right? And yeah, you can't rapid ingress turn 1 as well. I mean, that's just the way it works. It's funny that they gave a bunch of armies that 6-inch deep strike though, right? Like, the Demons got it, Death Guard got it, and then it's like Blood Angels. Well, we used to have +1 to charge, but they took that away from us. Kind of miss our +1 to charge, you know that? It's a very useful rule. I miss Here We Go for orcs, where everything got to reroll charges. Man, do orcs not get enough stuff? They need more, huh?
I need to go AFK for just 2 secs. Check. I hear one of my kids being upset. Like I said, my wife is unwell, so I just need to check that everything is okay. Let me check.
You had a drink? Alright. Maybe one of my kids is getting ill, guys. I need to go AFK for a minute or two. Alright, sorry guys, Carl Paul had to be delivered. Did you send the email, Maximus? You know how email addresses work, right? I don't know why I'm being sarcastic, sorry. But yeah, that's the email address, man. Send the email, I'm waiting. No, it's not there, man. God, we've got all this advanced tech and we can't get an email to work. I swear email's always like that. Like, my boss actually said to me today something like that. He was like, I can't remember what he was asking me, but he asked me something. I was like, I've sent the email. And he's like, oh, it's not coming through, it's not coming through. And then, like, as soon as I said, I'm like, all right, let me check, I'll send it again. And as soon as you say I'll send it again, then it's, then it comes through, right? Evening, Bearded Coyote, how are you? I miss overcharged Blood Angels rhinos. Remind me what an overcharged rhino was? Like overcharged engines or something else? Anyone else think we're going to get a generic Gladiator flame tank in 11th and lose the Bulb Predator? I think in 11th we will get a new Space Marine tank chassis. And I think it will 100% replace some of the Firstborn something. So we'll maybe lose Firstborn Predator tanks, or we'll maybe lose Firstborn Vindicator tanks. I think we'll 100% lose something Firstborn and it will be replaced with something Primaris. How does that sound? I think that sounds like it'd be accurate. Email is a shitty form of communication. I guess. I like it that you can leave stuff unread, man. Actually, can you make messages on Discord unread? Because I often read Discord messages on my phone, and then forget when I get back to the computer that that I should leave them unread. You know what I'm saying? A new Rhino and a new tactical squad. I couldn't be less excited. I think the days of the Rhino are past. I think it's like that bit in Lord of the Rings. The age of man has ended. The age of the orc has begun. It's like the age of the Rhino is gone, man. I can't get excited about a Rhino. And I can hear my son up again. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to end the stream if this keeps going on. Yeah. We need a cheaper transport for a 10-man squad. We do. Everybody else gets it. Or you know, like in the Votan, you get to split some of the units apart if you take the Sagators. Maybe we need something like that. Like, you know, if you take 2 Impulsors, you're allowed to split a 10-man unit across it or something. I don't know. Or maybe maybe you're right. We just need a 10-man transport.
But like an actual transport, you know, like the repulsor in a way is like the 10-man transport, but it's still expensive, isn't it? Like the repulsor is a little bit confused, you know, 180 points for a 10-man transport. All it has is like a twin las cannon and like the las talon, which is like a crap las cannon. Interesting that it's 180 points though. I really want a Predator Destructor, but I think there'll be Legends. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any more Firstborn. I mean, I've not been buying Firstborn stuff for years, like 2 years at this point. I think you're right. I mean, the Land Raider works until you play against Knights, dude, and then they just shoot it with an AP5 volcano cannon and blow it up in one turn, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Ironically, I had built a list that was 2 Land Raiders. I think it was 2 Redeemers. Remember when Redeemer was really popular? I built this list that was 2 Redeemers. And like one of my practice games was against a Knight player who just like deleted one of the Redeemers turn 1 and deleted the other one turn 2. And it sort of like threw my whole list on my head, because I was like, oh my god, I can't take this to the tournament now, because if I fight against Knights, it's just 2 Land Raiders are just liability against Knights. So I ended up dropping both Redeemers, like a week or 2 before the tournament, picked a new list, went 5-0, won the tournament. So I actually have to thank my friend Miles, that was playing Knights, because it like, if not, I'd have probably turned up at the tournament with 2 Land Raider Redeemers and been rocked by something similar. Big Land Raiders don't like big AP. And obviously, big damage like the Volcano Cannon, which is like D6 plus 8. It's like horrific, you know? It's like one shot takes it down to like 2 wounds remaining or something. Nikija says that their Blood Angels are the best chapter. People aren't here for you, John. I'm serious. Well, I knew that, but thanks for telling us. Is there a better chapter of Marines than Blood Angels, like, in general, right? Who? It's certainly not Ultramarines. They're like the generic nonsense. Certainly not Space Wolves, because they're just Vikings. It can't be Dark Angels, because they're literally traitors. Do I have every unit from the Codex? No. I don't have a Hammerfall bunker. What else do I not have? I have a Fire Strike servo turret, but I have never used it in a game. Why am I building an ATV? Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it? Because I finally bought one 5 years later. Do I think it's good? No, not really. Do I want the option to be able to run one? I guess. I thought like, I know, I knew the reaction to ATV wasn't going to be hugely positive, right? Like, I know a lot of people have joked about it being the Mario Kart and joked about it not being very good, but in chat, it certainly looks like a lot of people actually hate it. I'm sure there's more than one unit that I don't have in the Space Marine Codex. Well, I mean, like I said, I've never built a drop pod, so I've got a drop pod brand new in box, but I'm not really in any rush to build it because I don't know what I would use it to do. The ATV goes to Legends in 11th edition. Nah, I don't think it'll go to Legends. Not after they just Legends the attack bikes, man. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that too, surely. Surely not. I just don't think multi-meltas are very good anymore, right? Like, multi-meltas used to be hot shit, right? When they used to wound basically everything on 3s, and they had the longer range, there was a real argument to, like, multi-meltas being a really, really strong weapon, especially on a platform like the bikes that could move 12 inches. Especially being cheap, right? And especially last edition, you could revive them as well, right? So you could have like 3 bikes running around, which gave you 6 multi-meltas that could move within melta range really quickly, and then you could move your priest with a jump pack. I think your priest could have a jump pack, so you could jump your priest up behind them and revive them. Like, it was genuinely pretty good. But now I just don't think they're that, like, but like I said, they had longer melta range, and they used to wound everything on 3s. Because they used to be like, I think they were the same strength, but vehicles had a lot less toughness, or just everything had a lot less toughness, right? But with everything getting really high toughness, I think it really took away a lot of the power that they have. What is the derpiest Marine unit then? If it's not the ATV, what is it? Yeah, I have no intention of running 3 ATVs. I'd probably run 1 when I have some points left at the end of the list. Desolation Marines are derpy. Yeah, I mean, Desolation Marines are suppressors, I guess, could be argued that they're pretty derpy. I keep hearing my little 3-year-old awake, guys. I'm going to wrap this stream in the next 5 minutes, just because, like I said, my wife isn't well, and that's why I'm not live battling tonight. If he's constantly out of bed, then that means she's going to get no sleep, and I need to go deal with that. That's fine. We got a bunch done. I mean, I was more excited about getting that character done than I was the ATV, to be honest. And my character that you guys gave a 7 out of 10, I think he's cool. He's a blade guard with a spear. I'll use him as a blade guard captain, or I'll just use him as a sergeant, maybe. He's got a pistol holder, so who knows what type of pistol's in there. Maybe it could be a plasma pistol. But no, I'm more excited. I'm way more excited about that character than I am the ATV, honestly. Suppressors are cool, they just have bad rules, says Phil. I think suppressors are... Spear Guard is dope. I like that, man. That's what we'll call him, Spear Guard. You know, with Ultramarines getting these cool Victrix Guard, we need something, don't we? I actually saw someone post on Reddit like yesterday. They were like, I find it really sad that the Sanguinary Priest can't attach to anything decent. And I was like, oh my god, dude, we've been saying that the whole edition. Like, can the Sanguinary Priest please attach to something that is decent for us? Like Blade Guard, maybe. You know? Like, the Sanguinary Priest would be pretty cool if you could attach to Blade Guard, or I feel like anyway, you know? That would be something. Thanks for hanging out tonight, Mark. I appreciate it. You know, it was... I feel like last edition it was somewhat viable to run lots of Dreadnoughts. As Blood Angels. Because I feel like they were pretty good last edition at dealing with, like... I think it comes down to, like... You know the Plasma Cannon the Redemptor Dreadnought gets? Like, last edition, Strength 9 was really, really good. Again, it wounded most things on 3s. This edition, Strength 9 on a Plasma Gun. Not that good. Evening, Mike. How you doing? Well, we had the Librarian Dreadnought this edition a little bit as well, but you got Legends pretty early, didn't you? Do you open your new Lego set, Mike? I'm very jealous. I saw that Lego set. I'm looking forward to the day where my son's a little bit older and he wants like a Lego set like that for Christmas. Yeah, in 9th edition, nobody took tanks. Yeah, everyone took Dreadnoughts. There was Contemptor Dreadnoughts, they were good. Redemptor Dreadnoughts. Even Leviathan Dreadnoughts. Derrideo Dreadnoughts had a place. Ironclad Dreadnoughts. Lego makes Warhammer look reasonable. Do you know what? Sometimes you can get really good value on Lego. I got like a set for my son that was like $20. And it was 2 models, honestly. 2 models bigger than this thing. This thing cost $32, by the way. So Lego can be expensive, but sometimes... I got it, Max. Max Casper UK, is that right? Dude, I commissioned an Ironclad Dreadnought from Mike. Mike painted it for me. I never got to play it. By the time... I think Mike got it to me, along with another commission that I did, which was the Terrax Siege Drill. And at that point, we already kind of knew they were both being Legends, and I went to a tournament. I got to go to 1 tournament with my Terrax Siege Drill. The Siege Drill was awesome for Blood Angels as well. So I got to do that 1 time and then they got Legends. It was so sad. Lego is expensive when it has an IP attached. Well, I got Transformers Lego that was actually quite reasonable. So maybe with Lego it can just be luck or unlucky, or maybe it can be shop dependent. I don't know. I've at least used the Vindicator Laser Destroyer a bunch of times, Mike. Maybe it's been proxied as a regular Vindicator, but at least got a bunch of use out of it. Got it. I really hope that they don't... I prefer if they would just announce what Legends were going to be in the next edition now, to be honest. But I don't think they will. For some reason that bit there isn't quite sticking together as nice as it should. But I think that's going to have to be it for tonight, guys, because I have to go deal... Well, I need to go check that my kids are actually going to sleep, and like I said, my wife isn't feeling great, so fun times ahead. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. There's a video coming on Friday. It's like an hour-long interview with the top Blood Angels player from the World Championships of Warhammer. So that should be a good one to tune into on Friday if you're looking for some tactics, you're looking for like a lot of people have actually asked me to get the interview. So I went and I got the interview. It's coming out on Friday. Had a bit of a nightmare getting it edited, but it's going to be good. So check out the video on Friday, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching. I won't be here on Saturday, but I'll see you all on the Army List show on Sunday. So take care. Good night.